Hello, welcome back to the channel. Hello everybody. Hello. Today should be a relatively quick video. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and welcome to all my new subscribers and those who continue to tune in from week to week. I do truly greatly appreciate it. So today is all about how I got 3 pieces out of one fabric. And so let me just start with this entire look. Just to give you a little background, this entire look is for our anniversary day, which was August 13th. By the time you see this, I think it's a few days later, but it's August 13th, and so we celebrated 9 years. Very happy for that, very blessed for that. But this was like, and this is why I really don't do plans videos, because I had one thing in mind for this fabric. And if you saw my haul video I recently did, I was planning to do the free pattern, the Georgie dress. I'll link up to that video here, but it did not work for a couple reasons. Because the more I started staring at this fabric, the more I thought that would be so awesome in a men's shirt. And so yeah, I switched up all of the plans. So we had a very good day, had pedicures, went relaxed, and went back out to get some food from one of our favorite restaurants, and came back, got a bottle of wine, all of that. So it was good. So let me just share with you just a little bit of our day and us in our me-made outfits. Okay, so yeah, we had it, and it was so hot, you guys. It was a heat advisory that day and the day after, by the time you're seeing this. So hot, 100+ degrees, sweltering out. But the areas we were in, walking around, were shaded, and then there was breeze and everything. In the restaurant we went to, of course, we could stand in, you know, a certain area waiting for our food, because we didn't eat at the restaurant. No ma'am, we are not doing that. So we went and picked up our food and walked around, ordered our food, walked around, and then picked it up and came on home. But anyway, so I am so excited I was able to get these 3 pieces out of the fabric. Now the fabric, as a matter of fact, let me grab my notes. I absolutely love this fabric. This fabric is from Minerva.com, so there will be a blog post on this. I'll share that on my Facebook page and on Instagram when that is available, so make sure you are following me over there. And this is not a it's sponsored in the way that is for a blog post. It was an exchange for the fabric for a blog post and review, and so I'm giving you the video review today, but there will be a blog post separately. This is I had 6 yards of this, and it's 45 inches wide. The reason I got 6 yards because I knew I wanted to do some kind of wrap initially, some kind of wrap dress, something like that. So I knew I would need a lot of it, and extra only because it was only 45 inches wide. You all know I prefer 55 and above with fabric, but when I saw this, I just couldn't pass it up. I was like, you know, I'm just gonna have to get extra fabric to get the look I want. But no, I just end up switching it up. So this is 6 yards of the Rose, it's called Rose and Hubble cotton poplin. And before I get too far into the video, let me just give you a quick rundown of the fabric. For those who have worked with cotton poplin, you know it can get really wrinkly really fast. So I mean, when I was you know, sewing up all the projects and you ironing along the way, so if you move it a certain way, it just kind of holds a wrinkle a little bit, but this print, it really didn't matter. And when I received the fabric, I did this one, yes, I did serge the ends just to make sure it didn't ravel or anything like that in the wash, and I washed in cold water, and then I did dry it. And so, but going forward, when we wash our clothes, these will be hung up, so we don't dry a lot of our clothes, just lounge stuff and things like that. But yeah, when I first get fabric, I typically do wash it in cold and then throw it in the dryer. And so yeah, it held up really nice. It actually, obviously cotton, very easy to sew with, so no problems there. So yeah, very very nice fabric. Everything worked beautifully. Initially I thought, and I had to iron everything down really good because you add binding around the neckline and around the armholes here on the Springfield top. It was looking a little wrinkly, but again, it's cotton poplin. So once I hit it with that steam on the iron, it was good to go. Everything laid down flat, didn't have any issues at all. So yeah, that is all I have for the fabric. And again, I had received 6 yards of this, and this is 45 inches wide. And what I was able, the 3 pieces I was able to get out of it, I'll talk about what I am wearing. This entire look, and I'll pop up pictures, is Cashmerette Patterns. This is the Springfield top, and these are the Calder shorts. So yes, I made another pair of Calder shorts. Now, because I had 6 yards of fabric, I did not have enough to do the front and back out of the fabric. So I had some black fabric in my stash, and I just used that for the back. So as you can see here, and the adjustment I did make on this, because you all know I've already graded this, I've already made all kind of adjustments on it. The only thing I did do was shorten it. I took off, I would say 3 inches. Yeah, I took off about 3 inches, and you see it kind of curves to the back here. But yeah, I took off about 3 inches, and so I won't say it's cropped because my waist is here. I'm short waisted, so it will have to be up a little bit further to be truly cropped, but it is much shorter than, because normally it will come down here. And I find that this gives a much better look on me instead of it being so cut so far down. So I love the way that looks, love the way it turns out. And so for anybody that has been following me, you know I've already done the review, so I'm not going to spend a whole heck of a lot of time on any of these because I've done reviews on all of them before. But I will say, for the Springfield top, for those who are interested, I have already done a sloping shoulder, and I've also done a gaping neckline on this pattern. If you want to see it, I will leave that link up in the iCard, so you can go check that out if you like. And you saw my previous video about the Calder shorts. I made a slight adjustment. That was in my one of my ready to wear look recreations, the one previous to the one you just saw, which thank you everybody. I didn't say that. Thank you everybody for all your lovely comments on the previous video that my ready to wear look that I recreated. But it was the Style Arc Jewels top, and then the Calder shorts. I showed my adjustments and everything I made for the Calder shorts, which wasn't a lot, but I'll also leave that up in the iCard so you can go back and check that out. And so I was able to get these two out of it. And then finally, actually the first thing I made, because I figured, I knew I wanted my husband to have a top out of this, so I made his top first, and then I worked on my stuff because I just knew this was gonna look good. But here is the top. Now I'll just show you the, if you can tell, I put utility spring snaps on the front. If you can tell, there are snaps, and he absolutely loved this, and it's a gunmetal. And these are the snaps. If you saw my cam snap, the table press and everything unboxing and how to use the snaps, I showed all of that. I'll link that up above. But anyway, he absolutely loved the snaps. And so this pattern is actually the McCall's 2149. I made this for my husband before. It was way too short. I will show it to you here. It was like 4 inches too short, but he's a good sport. He wore it anyway. That was for 2 years ago when we were on our anniversary in Florida. But yes, but he wore it, but we ended up donating it because it just was too short on him. But so I made it again, and I forgot how much I did not like this pattern. I mean, it's a simple, I would say a basic, it's a tropical style shirt. So you don't have the collar stand, you just have the collar. As you can tell here, you just have the collar. But I just felt, I remember the first time I made this, I felt like the instructions were too complicated for this. But I did find a sew along on YouTube. It's by Stitchless TV. I'll leave that in the description box, so check the description box below. And still I was just like, you know what, so I'm gonna do a comparison with another pattern I just picked up that I hope to get done this month for him. I'm gonna compare the two. It's an indie pattern. I'm sure I'm gonna like the indie pattern much better. But yeah, it still turned out nice, but I just thought the instructions were just way too much. You can't tell, but there is a pocket here. It doesn't have anything in the back. He is a size, I cut his out at an extra large. My Springfield top, I didn't say, starts at a 22, grace to 24 at the waist, and 26 at the hip. The Calder shorts are 22, I want to say 22 or 24, I believe. But yeah, so his top is an extra large. It does have the side slits, which I kind of I messed up somewhere on the when I was cutting the extra length. But anyway, because the sleeves, as you can, I turned the sleeves under twice, but for his bottom hem, is turned under, is serged and then turned under once. I forgot what I did that messed that up. And also the other thing, remember I talked about Tiff from Tip Stitch here on YouTube. She showed how to do a clean facing piece. So I did that same technique, because the facings are actually on the inside here. So I did the same technique, however I did it on the wrong side. So I still had to turn under the this piece, because I didn't want to serge it, because the instructions say to serge this piece, but I didn't want to. I wanted a nice clean look, so I just finished it off that way. I still had to turn in that edge about, I would say, 1/4 of an inch, just to give a nice clean finish. But absolutely love this. This looks so good on him, and he loves it. And it's so funny. We ran into a couple. We were going back to our car, and a couple said, the wife said, I like your matching outfits. And the husband was like, no, I don't want to match. It was something. It was hilarious. It was so funny. I forgot the exact words, but it was so funny. But they like the outfits. But anyway, so yeah, he absolutely loves it. It fits him beautifully. The big thing you can't tell, no one will be able to tell, is I put the snaps on, and you all know I've used those snaps a few times in other projects. A polo shirt I did for him. I feel like I use snaps anyway. I've used the cam press snaps and everything, but this time somehow or another I messed up putting on the snaps. You can't tell, but these actually do not snap. So what I did was turn the shirt inside out, because I really didn't feel like fussing with getting the snaps out. I'll tell you how I'm gonna get the snaps out in a minute, because these are utility snaps. These aren't plastic snaps. So I turned the shirt completely inside out, lined up the snaps how I would normally snap, and I have these very baby pins. I pinned where the snap would be from the inside, so you wouldn't know. Nobody would know that, but I shared that to say a couple things. If you mess up on your snaps, you can get it out. I looked it up. I went into the group to see different ways people can get them. Now, some people can use pliers, stick the pliers in there, jiggle it around, or do whatever, and it'll pop out. But because the nature of this fabric, and because my husband said we need one anyway, we are going to get a handheld drill. And essentially all you do is, I can't show you because that's where I pinned it from the other side. But the snaps on the inside, you know, where you would snap them closed, you can drill through that and it'll pop right out. Thank you, Myra, for telling me that. And plus then I saw several videos. It's quite a few videos on YouTube that show you how to do that. But yeah, so I'm gonna drill and pop all those out, and then redo the snaps, because that was my error. But anyway, I wanted to share that with you, and that's it. That is our anniversary look. I am very happy with it. My husband is happy with it. I love these shorts. There are more calendar shorts coming up in my future. And speaking of which, stay tuned for Wednesday. I have a very fun collaboration to share with you. So make sure, if you have not subscribed, that you subscribe. If you have not hit the bell and hit yes. I want to get all the notifications so you don't miss an upload, and you don't want to miss what's coming up on Wednesday, because it will be a fun one. Definitely looking forward to it. This was fun, but pretty much all the time we make something that's fun, right? Or we enjoy it at the end, even if it was a little bit of a process to get there. But anyway, so that is it, everybody. If you have any questions, definitely leave them down in the comment section below. I will get back to you as soon as I can. But yeah, that is it. That's all I have for today. Happy Sunday, and you have a blessed start to your week, and we will see you on Wednesday. Bye.